Hi everybody, my name is Eddie, one half of Steady. I am continuing my playthrough of Vampyr, and so, spoiler warning, it was found out that Mary was not dead, nor was she alive. She is a vampire, and so she was bent on revenge on killing Dr. Reid for making her who she is. And long story short, I was able to beat her and to have her finally be at rest. Dr. Reid made a proclamation that he will find a cure for this disease that makes vampires. And so now I'll continue on with the story and see where Dr. Reid will end up next as he discovers more into the lore and the society of what makes all these vampires exist here in London. Alright, so read my mail. Lady Ashbury's invitation. Dear Dr. Reid, I hope this letter will quickly find you, for I need to speak to you as soon as possible. The situation is evolving very quickly in the West End, and I'm convinced we are all now in great danger. The Guard of Prewin has launched a great hunt in London, and for a few nights they have been actively searching and killing any Acon they can locate. Lord Redgrave, chairman of the Ascalon Club, recently contacted me. He wishes to meet you immediately. Please come to my mansion any night that suits you. We must discuss all of this. With this letter, you will find an official pass that will allow you to go through any barricade or quarantine checkpoint throughout the city. Your friend, Lady Ashbury. Awesome! So now I have a key, essentially, to explore wherever I want to go. The following night. Gosh, it still amazes me how this area, Whitechapel, is completely obliterated. Except for Joe Peterson. Not sure where he went. But everyone's gone. This one, I haven't even met everyone yet. Yeah, hostile. Guess that's what happens when I take out innocent people. Consequences for my actions. Good to note. Hi there.
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe, for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
Why do you stay here?
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
Okay, so scared of rats. Tell me more.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers,
Ooh.
lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies.
That's gruesome.
Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
Well, we can talk next time, Mr.
Goodbye,
Blight.
Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
Whoa. My maker! Creepy, creepy. I wonder if I just walk past you. Now let's talk.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away! Whoever you are!
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
Ooh. Tell him off. Don't mess with me.
I insist you be quiet!
Son, do you not see? You are the healing balm.
I had to kill Mary!
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence! I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
Seriously. You just come out of nowhere and try to tell me what to do? Gotta say though, that entity is pretty scary with his horns. To the citizens of London, curfew, official health warning. Curfew will be sounded at 9 p.m. by the church bells. All citizens must keep off the streets from see that from that time until 5 a.m. And then can't read it, so further notice have been implemented. You wear your mask to prevent the spread of infection. Household becomes ill, inform the authorities immediately. To the curfew opened after 9 p.m. Let's fight. Fight. Take this. Come here, buddy. Ooh. Come here. Give me your blood. Ooh. Take that. Anything else here? Oh, well. I'm going farther away from where I'm supposed to go, so let's go back. Ooh. Who are you? Hey, hey!
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whoa.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
Whoa. What happened? Alright, let's go around. Can I go around? Alright, let's just go around then.
2 hours later.
Maybe this is the way. I know I was here before. Perhaps I missed it. Well, I know I for sure missed it if I find it. How do I get to Lady Ashbury's mansion? I mean, I saw this. Oh my gosh, you kidding me? All I needed to do was just destroy these barrels? Remember, I can destroy the barrels. Oh my goodness. And I did level up a whole bunch, like I got a bunch of experience. I mean, so. But yeah, my gosh. Ooh, they're fighting.
Bloody leech!
I must save the skull! Or a vampire, oh. Ooh. I guess I'm just gonna beat them all. Alright, just take them all out, I guess. Cool.
So this is where she lives.
Finally!
What a splendid house.
Yeah, it's huge.
Dr. Reid, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Airborne. Call me Jonathan.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you,
Oh,
my
we're
lady?
friends.
Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
Alright, my turn.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
So she didn't drink it? She just
Please.
smelled it?
Call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady,
Whoa.
why truly
Why
did you
am I feeling
invite
some
me?
romantic
I've
tension
been
right
asked
now?
to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
They have done nothing but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
There's definitely tension between the two. I was like, is he gonna go in for a kiss right there? Like, what's going on? Is she, like, developing feelings for him? We'll see. I'm glad they didn't do anything yet, because if they did, that would have been very premature. You know, just look at her like a mentor. You know, it's kind of weird.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club.
Alright. Let's go to this Ascalon Club. Do not cough in public. Quarantine notice.
It's locked.
A new hideout is available. Nice. Another quarantine notice. Whoa.
You'll pay for that! Watch it! It's a killer!
Leave me be. All-out war. Let me look at these newspapers. What does it say here? The Illustrated London Views. Huh. Standard fashion. Is there another? Oh.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Yeah, they killed that vampire over there. Damn. Unlock it. Yes. Cool.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Alright, back. Go. Hey, go. Damn these poisons. Gosh, all this poison. Ugh. Alright.
This is despicable.
Come here, rat. Time to level up and evolve. Let's see. Okay. Alright, the following night. I feel like I should go back here and heal them. Yeah, like anemia, sepsis, cold, neuralgia. Yeah, the Pembroke Hospital. Because I don't want them to end up like this one, where they're all dead. Ooh, it's getting hostile. I don't think I'm doing a very good job as a doctor. Talking to all these people and not helping them out. Unless I feel like I want to kill them later. Alright, well, when I come across more folks, I'll give them medicine. Like a good doctor should. It's locked.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, hello there. Who are you?
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan,
Oh, I know him? Okay.
I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, you have come back too late, sir. Far too late.
I know, Avery. I know about Mary and my mother.
I'm so sorry. It was my duty to watch over her. She left the house in the middle of the night. The police said...
It's all right, Avery.
The police said her body was found near your sister's grave in Whitechapel. You're the master of the house now. I'd understand if you
I
find...
didn't realize I'm actually at his house right now.
Do you need medical attention, Avery?
I won't refuse, sir. I don't feel that good these days.
Let's help you.
Here is your prescription. You will feel better soon enough.
Thank you very much, sir.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel
Tell me the
forced to
truth.
stay here?
Wow.
Would you leave this house without
So
the arrangement made
confrontational.
by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Do you really think I neglected my mother, Avery?
Yes.
I see.
I see.
Well, please go on. Speak freely. It's not as if there is anything left to treasure in this house.
Just like your father. You always had this capacity to focus only on what interests you. It surely helped you become a great doctor, but not such a great son.
Thank you, Avery. We'll talk later.
Your bedroom is ready as always. Good night, sir.
Thank you, Avery. Ooh, I wonder if any of these photos are me. Am I the baby? Oh, you're trying to sit down? Oops, sorry.
Who could have done such an evil thing? Poor Miss Reed.
Ooh. Old letter. Reed Mansion, March 8th, 1908. My dear Avery, as I already told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave England, if only for a few months. While I'm away and until my son comes back to London, I want you to take the best care of our house. I already made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased and paid as long as you'll work. You promised me you'd protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I am never to return, you are the only man I fully trust. Believe me, your most affectionate friend, Aubrey Reed. Oh, this must be Dr. Reed's dad, Aubrey. The art's here. Wow, lavish lifestyle you have here, huh? Come from privilege. Just like that one lady said in that district. It was like, you would never understand how it's like to live how I live. I can tell from your clothes and by how you are, doctor. Alright.
The Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society.
That one.
Not quite as subtle as I expected.
I know, right? Look at this. It's huge. Let's talk to some people here since I am back home. Excuse me? Oh, Rita.
Women die too in this war! Women's right to vote is only the first step! Women of all countries unite!
There's no one else here, just me.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury.
Oh.
My mother taught me long ago how
Charlotte
to
Ashbury?
recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young
What? This
echoes.
is Lady Ashbury's
It's a
daughter?
pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte. Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Oh, adoption. Okay, I was just thinking that Ashbury was able to give birth. Yeah, that makes sense. That she would not be able to.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Econ, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time, Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reid. And please, don't tell my mother.
Alright, great. Now I have a side mission. What else?
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reid? Or you?
Sure.
Yes, you should. I killed my own sister because of the hunger. There comes a time when a mortal is only seen as blood by a vampire. Whatever the bonds between them.
You can't be Wait. Good one, Dr. Reid. You almost got me.
Glad you found it amusing. But do keep my warning in mind.
I will, Dr. Reid. Thank you for your honesty. I appreciate it.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Remember, don't let any strangers come into your house. Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Why are you knocking on this door?
Remember...
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
Do you need medical assistance, Clarence?
It's a little late for visiting hours, don't you think?
What can I say? I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other. And so many things have happened.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Please, sir. Whether you need to buy something or not.
Alright, let's see. Porcelain china.
It's locked. Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reid.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
Let's see. Oh, you're fatigued, huh?
Do you need medical help?
You would save my life, Dr. Reed. I have not felt so bad in many years.
Don't worry. There is nothing serious to fear. I have seen far worse, I can assure you.
I cannot imagine the pain these people must face, then. You have my gratitude, Doctor. This disease has ruined my appetite.
Cool. Yeah, nothing here.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
A great night? Tell me about your life in London. Tell me about my hometown.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
Are you blind?
You cannot expect the newspapers to expose the truth while the war is still raging.
Don't be naive.
I can assure you that the situation here is desperate.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
Alright.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure you'll take care of yourself.
Clothing store. Enter. Oh. What else is around here? Let's explore a little bit. The back way.
I cannot enter.
Go inside. Hello?
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club. then, Dr. Reid. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Doctor.
There has been quite a battle here.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Let's see. Yep. Gold dagger. Alright, hang on. Let's look inside here first. Before I talk to all of them. Ooh, key to the basement. Nice. History and purpose of the Ascalon Club. The Ascalon Club is an association of gentlemen secretly aiming for the protection of the Crown's interests. I founded it in 1837 to honor and perpetuate the legacy of my maker, William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke and true protector of England. All the members of the club must be of good extraction and flawless moral fiber. Since the club accepts mortal members who will be duly observed and valued as proper candidates for immortality, the goal of the club is to impose respectable traditions and behaviors amongst the good vampire society, but also to promote and expand the imperial hegemony of England. We are the true elite of British society. We are Ascalon, the Holy Lance, held by St. George's, protector of England, when the saint slew the dragon. As lance bearers ourselves, we vow to defend the Empire's interests. From the Law of Ascalon, by Lord Redgrave, founder. Cool, get to learn more about his history. Thank you. Ooh, yeah, what if I go down here first? It's down here in the basement. Of the recreational use of blood. Cool, get to learn more about the Ascalon. As Ascalon members, we always tend to respect etiquette. We are, in all ways, members of the good society, sometimes recognized as public figures. We do not find our delight in orgies and bloodbath, like our adversaries assert we do, and if one of us were caught in such caricatured and immoral act, he would receive the appropriate opprobrium. But what about the blood? What about its recreational use? How could we deny the ecstasy the vermilion ambrosia brings us? And with what else could we toast with, as any good fraternity should? To answer this delicate question, the law of conduct inside the club goes as follows. As long as the original mortal vessel is not brought inside our walls, each member is allowed to drink whatever he wants for his own usage, or to share it with friends. Drink what you want, deal the way you want with the original vessel, but never inside the club, unless I personally authorize it on some special occasion, of course. From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, founder. Interesting. Alright, let's meet all these other folks. Who is part of the Ascalon Club?
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
They're looking at me like, who the hell are you?
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reid. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bancher was no match for him.
Here, here.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss.
Ooh, are you Redgrave?
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid.
You are.
I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reid.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
I admire her.
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is immortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
Wow.
My lord,
F this guy.
do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I
Lady
praise
Ashbury's
your
my
loyalty.
friend.
Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reid, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I don't.
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reid. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
Yeah, I killed one of yours. Fergal.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours. sent to cleanse the east end of all skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Very cultish.
Well, speak, Dr. Reid, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
You get to write it with my blood. Make it official.
Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Wow, all the different lords.
I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign Ekons. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down.
I was chased by a gigantic falcon 2 nights ago. I thought it was Fergal coming back, but no. That creature barely spoke English.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah. Vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Mr. Dawson? Of Dawson and Dawson? The wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in, to cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
But that would segregate the rich from the poor, would it not? It would be unjust.
Our only course of action must be to save England. And to save England, we have to make sacrifices.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Doctor.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic.
He knows already.
And your findings were quite alarming.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reid, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
Lord Redgrave can play with the brave all he wants.
I have met peaceful and wise Scals.
Yeah, they're not all.
To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Scals are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reid. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club, and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Ooh. This is about the infection. Family portraits. Lord Redgrave wants me to use all my medical knowledge to pinpoint and stop all the possible sources of infection in the West End. He seems very worried that the epidemic might spread wealthier boroughs of London, thus raising the chance of infecting Britain's elite. I will attempt to root out the cause of the infection. I believe I should start by interrogating all the local inhabitants I find to gather all possible information about any unusual activities related to the epidemic in the vicinity. That's locals. So I gotta talk to folks. Cool. Alright. Well, I'm gonna end it here for this playthrough. Thanks y'all for watching. I'm enjoying my experience. I love the battle gameplay. Oh, sorry, my dog's over here. I love the battle gameplay, the ability to upgrade weapons and evolve and have better abilities. My only gripe with this game are the loading screens. When you move from one area to the next, I feel that the loading times are uncomfortably long, annoyingly long, and I guess I could use that time for a break, which I do, is like, you know, I get a little bit more comfortable, move around in my chair, all that, so I guess that helps in that way. And also too, I started to notice with the dialogue that the characters have. I'm all for learning about backstory and getting more context as to why the world is how it is. But at the same time, when you talk to folks and the same questions are about personal questions or how's your life in London, it feels redundant. And the fact that when I do select an option, it doesn't mean that that's the only answer I give. I could then just go back and say the other option that I did not choose, and I could just ask them whatever. And it can feel draining, like the conversation is going too long. So me being a completionist that I am, I do want to choose all the options, but at the same time, I feel that when it's happening, that it keeps on just going and going. And I don't know if folks can see, but my dog is right behind me now, so he is also telling me that it's time to call it in for this part of the series of Vampyr. So anyways, hopefully y'all can join me next time when I continue the playthrough. And yeah, on to the next, y'all. Isang bagsak.